We are just about 9
miles
from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. Fields this way up at the 17. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Wilson going to come out throwing. Open man is Uzama. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Out of the gun, they run with Carter. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Here's Wilson to throw.
Ooh, it's
incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. 4th down. Here's Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And some room to
they kill using tackle, bro.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards. A big play there on 4th. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play? The run after catch. But most of the time.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead at 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. And that is incomplete.
Really?
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Carr going to go on 4th down. And it's
Oh, yeah, I got a lot better, guys.
And they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Wilson.
Oh, you got to pick that off.
But that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore from 10 yards out. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Man, his title update messed the game up.
13-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken at the goal line.
Yeah, just user tackling is horrid.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They start the drive with a goal, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. Let's face it, you can do worse.
You gotta drive, bro.
On 3rd down, a run from White, and he'll get nothing there.
Guys, I gotta pick these blocks up.
That will wind us down to the end of this 1st quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Carr. Hit as he throws there.
You gotta fix that shit. That shit is broken. Pass protection line is not working.
That's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in.
Anytime they got these little 3-man rushes, they just shed automatically. Makes no fucking sense.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down.
Just instant sheds.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And he'll be brought down inside.
You got to cover that guy, man.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Mims. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Denzel Mims, 39 yards. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be a possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with White. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. The open man here, Renfrow. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
You got to fix the 3-man shed glitch. Can't get the double teams off on the edge, so you have to line up tight when they spam that formation. You literally can't run spread sets versus that. Unless I find a way to mandatory, like drop the mandatory drop back, cancel it.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. He'll get it inside the 20. That all the way in.
Where is the pursuit at?
Elijah Moore, 47 yards. And the Jets go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Sirline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Starts with a run by White. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
We got to start flagging in this game.
In this spot before, he always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll run with Hall, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Going for it, it's Carter.
Yes.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Good fucking
He
D.
can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Carr.
Bad pass.
And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go.
Why?
To the right side.
Why would you lead to the zone? Throw it back.
They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I don't understand. Like,
Story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Carr again. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
what up, Milk? I'm just trying to make sure I got everything intact as far as how I want to do the roster. More or less just getting the lab work in.
Throwing now is Carr.
They gotta fucking fix that shit, bro.
There's an incompletion.
That's getting hella annoying right now.
Because so far their lack of passing production
Damn.
to a lack of points.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Carr now to throw.
Don't.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is caught.
There we go.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Figured he played enough man coverage, I'd get a rub route somewhere.
Touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It really just depends. Like, it varies, you know, how your opponents come out.
Carr will look to throw. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you. And
Also, your play calling for those situations as well.
If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
User tackling is hard now. Noted. Single back punch.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what this game's built.
What the flying fuck?
Well, sometimes the pressure's a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability. Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play. Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of it? And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. And a really good pickup of 28 yards. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Wide.
And that's incomplete.
Throw it behind him. Should not be a jump ball. One.
Pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Carr, you gotta throw it to the receiver, my guy.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And
it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And he will be brought down.
Having an issue with what they did in
this first half.
the last two Maddens. Quarterback ball trajectories going to the zone and not to the receiver.
On EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Goyer. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now Carr throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They got to fix these throw under pressures, bro. Like, this is just annoying. It's like everything should not be a throw under pressure.
But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Carr to throw again. Caught outright by Renfrow. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Second down and goal. Carr. And he's got Renfrow in the end zone. Touchdown Raiders. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
All again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up fourth down. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be aggressive right off the...
Good unit. Before it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
It's so rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Two-possession game. Good shit. Oh, I had to wait for him to audible so I could do it.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
I feel a little relaxed now. I got to see possession.
Lead. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now a throw here to his running back. And they work this well.
That's it now.
45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Straight ahead is home.
Good shit, Crosby.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Ball want to give up the middle. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line is, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's look at this. Middle of the field. A break.
3-possession game.
The 40. The 20.
Oh, I wasn't even audibling, bro. I changed up which play I was using based off of what he came out in.
A great effort there.
Most of the time, I just try to line up in the correct stuff, so I ain't gotta. I won't audible unless I'm just dealing with a bunch of like crazy motion and motion audible shit. That's the only time I'll really consider doing such.
They'll try and run it here and make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
Anytime they get tight like that, bunch, that's a specific play that I use, and I'll make adjustments off of that.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Untitled Robertson.
Up at the 25.
I'm being honest, like I got like audible, but I don't use it. Like for real, like I don't really use the audibles. I just try to line up in the right play. I mean, whatever you're audibling needs to be going off your base play anyway.
Jets offense coming
or
up
if you don't
their next drive.
get your play off fast enough,
At this point, CD, down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter.
you can audible check like I just did right there.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson steps away to his left. He finds Wilson.
Came back
They
in.
work this well upfield across the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Took
Being
the dig.
chased
Oh,
out.
Crosby can't go
Toward
fast
the
enough.
left sideline, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end
Start
of
seeing
this one. Maybe
things.
mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to get on that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch,
Good D.
inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to look
Good D.
deep for more. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second.
Pretty much when you get that 2-possession lead, bro, it's gonna be game anyway.
You're going to try even harder because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Carr going to throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Carr to throw. He hits Adams completely.
Hey, that crosser open.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr gonna throw.
Man on fire. You're not gonna cover him?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. His second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
He's on fire. You better double him. Ain't that what his ability is? Double me.
They'll look to throw.
Who got him?
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
This is just a good defensive
The
game.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Here's Carter now on the return. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback.
Yeah, I like the nickel dog free Blitz.
They want to try to put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out. And his pass is intercepted.
Pick off anything coming across the middle.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw.
Better double that, man.
And this will be caught. Taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Yeah, I like Munford, bro. Munford did nice.
Happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.
The second half was just, we were a monster in the second half. Devontae did his thing.
What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest.
Oh, man, Munford over there, bro. Look at number 77. Doing his thing. He not giving up shits. Look at the looping. Look how I loop this. Like I'm going to come in and then I come play that mid-read. They try to throw that crosser. Versus bunch says, you know you taking that. I know I didn't have a flat route. It's like the only thing I'll worry about sending that blitz. But other than that, I mean, you're gonna have pressure in your face trying to throw it to that side. It might get tilt. I don't know why he kept throwing that. Let's see what he did here. Favorite Diablo with the pressure. That's probably gonna be my 1-2, man. I like how Kuntz was working the middle, bro. Like he did his thing. Look, I mean, I know he fell right there, but look how he just got through the gap. Kind of watch, see how Kuntz perform. See, he opened it up for Diablo to get into the backfield. One of them gonna get free. End of the day. Block the field goal. That they're a very good defensive drive too. Plays under center. You send this blitz. He tries to play action. You got your speed in the backfield. Everything downfield is covered. It's with a 1. You're trying to run 4 routes. He ain't got time for the 4th route to open up. Why he kept trying to run this. I think the only thing that I could see if I wanted to fix this, like I wouldn't necessarily have to blitz that guy. Like if I know I'm dealing with a quick passer, I could opt to take that blitzing corner and man him up with the outside receiver or the slot receiver or the tight end. The tight end gets open. Hit him with it again. Try to roll out. Coverage wise. Not going that way. So the seam flat's going to take the seam up the numbers. Outside third should play the ball aggressively over there. Inside third. Over the top, I play underneath. Seam flat over here. Waiting the bell. Outside third over the top. Pressure on the backfield. We're doing good, Macabre. We're doing good. I'm just kind of looking and seeing how my guys are lining up and playing real quick. Trying to look at Mumford, number 77. Does a great job picking up the free loop. See how 76, he picked the loop up, and Parker would never do that. I mean, then he engaged with him. Number 77 doing work over there. I see you. Look, he got the chip block, sent him inside, and then went after the other guy. Now 77 doing some work over there. Well, he picks his guy up just enough. I mean, I know he's not perfect, but I really just want to see what he can do on that side. Leave him isolated. .77 isolated, no one there. I don't know what I was thinking on that. I was thinking I had my guy on the other side of the formation. He's running across her. I don't need to be doing that. Send the blitz again. We got the guy over the top, so the coverage is there. We're playing the crosser. He's just trying to spam verticals, man. Can't run his stock verticals. You got to make adjustments. Defend. Like, what do you mean major changes? Alright, Jay, just give me a sec. I'm still trying to get used to this roster, man, because when your team convert to a 3-4, bro, it's rough. It's rough because you ain't got no interior pressure, so you gotta get creative. Unless you got like Aaron Donald or something like that. What up, Jay? Nah, it's really the throw under pressures in this game. I think on both platforms is just horrendous. Throw under pressures. Unless you got like Tom Brady or something, he's the only person that's got the fucking that fearless and that gunslinger. I mean, that's about it. And if you ain't got an elite offensive line, bro, it's a struggle. Especially when you play D-line users that just be clicking through their different D-lines. Playing a Redskin guy the other day, I wasn't able to adjust until after halftime. So I found a game plan for it. But I'm glad I took that loss because now I know how to deal with it.
A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. A short kick taken at the 18.
Well, because he's not a real fullback, he's a lineman. Another thing, bro, like defensive linemen jump and tip passes a lot. That much is true on blitzes. They will jump and just knock balls down. It's just too frequent. It's like Jesus. Get a bunch of 6'8" guys just jumping in the air like Michael Jordan. They not intercepting anything. They just bloop bloop. Jumping in the air, tip drills. I mean, cool. It might be cool if it happens for you, but when it's happening against you, bro, it gets frustrating. They need to balance it.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Ross, come on, get there.
Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, 69 yards. And the Cowboys need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get it.
And that happens too frequently, too.
They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game.
I'm talking about the reach forward and fall forward stuff.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive.
I mean, it's one thing if you run in there, but when you constantly get those animations.
And the home crowd loves it. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Devontae Adams, 84 yards. And the
You know not to play cover 4 drop on me.
They are in for 6. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play.
I see cover 4 drop, or I see any misalignments, I take advantage of them.
It's a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage.
Gotta increase your catch ratio on that.
Trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored
a 50-50 ball here.
I got Avery.
Anthony Avery picks it. And the Raiders are going to get
I got Anthony Avery.
23. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball.
No, I put him in a soft squat. And he played that all the way down the field.
As a result, it's an easy interception.
Carr now on first down. It's caught here by Adams.
You gonna leave him one-on-one? And I told you about that. I told you about that cover 4 drop. You don't want to listen. That was a user catch. You know he got that aggressive catch ability. You leave him one-on-one, man, I'm gonna murder that man. He needs help over there. You need help. He needs some milk. You need what? I throw a bullet, that's my fault.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this defense was
You better play it.
in this opening quarter, and this time a measure of revenge.
Well, they always tell defenses you have to have a short memory, but I also think it helps if you remember what happens to you before, and now you're able to flip it around. They didn't want to show weakness and let this offense think they could do whatever they want. And they turned things around in that case.
I'm not playing, man. No, that's the thing.
Works it across the 25 before being tackled.
No, it's not, man.
13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Prescott off play action. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb.
Nah, I couldn't adjust.
2 touchdowns here so far. And the
Doing the motion glitch.
quickly to add on to their lead.
I'm not really a fan of it.
2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game
In all
plan.
seriousness.
They came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general
And the fall
area
forward.
where he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
I think that's a
You
good
got
way
him.
to look at it and a good way to think about it. But maybe
When you double one, you leave someone else open.
because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now this throw caught.
When you press and show blitz, those zones, you got linebackers playing deep drop zones. They're not playing those deep drop zones because their zone coverage isn't a 75+ threshold. That's why you cannot play a 3-4 versus 3 wide receiver sets. You got to start matching personnel and stop spamming like you're doing it again. I don't know why.
At the 35-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. Forced out to his left. And this throw a bit.
It's going to be open all day as long as you stay in that. It's going to be open all day. And there's nothing you can do about it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Open.
Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Can you please stop playing that defense?
Dividing opening quarter. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Now Carr. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets him even closer. Now a 2-point game.
A hard flat's not going to play a seam flat assignment.
So the lead shaved to 2 now.
Seam flat would have defended that if you would have had the right guy playing a seam flat. It is a option route. Hard flats aren't going to defend option routes. And then once again, it goes down to route running versus zone coverage in that case. And if you put a linebacker on Waller, Waller's going to win.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Just throw it right to me.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Buying time to his left. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
I hate that shade over the top crowd. That's like unrealistic. Like dude gets beat and then at the last second they let him.
That's now 2 interceptions.
That was a shade over the top.
After interception number 1, there was a long.
That's the only way you get that animation.
And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his
Boxed.
left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Jonathan Abram picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage.
That's a running back. He's not going to fumble like that.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive.
Love when they play man.
They threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play.
Yeah, you're going to glitch me with emotions this time.
Throwing this many interceptions, that's exactly
You
the
got zones over
attitude
there.
that has to be adopted.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're
And
thinking.
we stop trying to rely on motion glitches.
Range after the turnovers, and they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. They're thinking
It ain't even that. It's a cheat.
From starting here, getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Bro, you got to fix that.
As the throw's complete, and he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Got me out here double base aligning.
Play action. Prescott. Escaping the pressure.
Thank you. So that's how you stop that shit. You double base align. Where you keep your alignment.
His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Carr's throw pulled in by Renfrow. A Raider 1st down. Carr to Renfrow. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Now I'm going to cover Renfrow.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I mean, you're not going to defend Renfrow?
On play action. Now Carr steps away.
You going to let Renfrow get open?
Let's go for Renfrow downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone.
This is what happens when you start worrying about one guy too much. Let Renfrow get open.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now Carr again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender.
Now I know how to stop that motion glitch. We're going to be straight.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A 1st down throw for Prescott.
Oh!
It's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Come on, guy. Guy disconnected. Hey, get off that Wi-Fi, Jay. But y'all see how you can get one guy, man, they start worrying about one guy, then it just opens other stuff up. I wanted to go back and show that highlight. Alright, so that's another thing that we can do. We can do the double baseline or come out in the coaching adjustment with the baseline on. Then we can come out in our defense and baseline again, so that we don't have to make that extra double baseline adjustment. And that'll just, you know, prevent us from getting glitched out with the motion spams. I mean, hopefully that helps people, because the motion glitches are bad this year, and people will exploit the hell out of them if you don't try to make adjustments, you know. So that's the adjustment. Go to your coaching adjustments, turn on baseline. Immediately when you come out, you can baseline again whenever they motion or whatever, and it'll prevent your guys from getting taken out of position where you want to put your assignments. Or if you just want to rock with them doing the motion shit, you can run the 3 safety defense, you know, and then just set your safeties to play the thirds. But you won't have no quarters, which is fine because quarters is basically man anyway. But other than that, I'm gonna take me a breather. I'm gonna go to the store, get something to drink, and we will be back later. And I will try to go over some of these adjustments. But before I go, I do want to show you how I'm setting my roster up right now. Is obviously Carr and Stidham. Halfback, we're gonna keep White. Spell with Jacobs. 3 Bolden, 4 Brown. Fullback with starting Johnson. Bolden backs him up. Wide receiver is Adams, Renfrow, Johnson, Waller, Hollins, Turner. Tight end, Waller, Moreau, Horsted. Left tackle, really doesn't matter. You need your backup to have some type of awareness, right? So, probably what I'll do here is I'll probably just let Parker be a backup over here. Left guard, you don't really have a backup left guard that you can use. It really don't matter, to be honest, because you don't really have a lot of linemen. Center, right guard, starting Parham. Right tackle, we're starting Munford. Left end is Bilal Nichols and Chandler Jones. Right end is Cleveland Farrell, Bilal Nichols. Defensive tackle, Hankins, Billings, Nichols. Left outside linebacker, Crosby, Masterson. Middle, Jayon, Perryman. Right outside linebacker, Kuntz, Diablo. Cornerback, Hobbs, Sin, Robertson, Merrick, Averett. Free safety, Merrick, Abram, Harmon. Strong safety, Abram, Harmon, Teamer. Punter, kick return, Abdullah Johnson. Punt return. He might be my kick return if he can get some more speed. If he gets some speed, he'll be solid. Let's see what else. What's up, my guy?
What's up, man?
Long time no see.
Yeah. Back on the sticks.
I see. It's been a long time. Finally got my YouTube channel over 1,000 subs, so we doing nice over here.
Oh, for real? Let me tap in. YouTube.
Shadow X.
Good.
just play gap assignment football over here, my guy. Off meta. Yeah, I'm live. I'm off meta. Huh? Sure, why not? Get one more in. I was about to go get me something to drink, something to eat, put in my stomach. So I can play on a full stomach instead of an empty stomach, but it'd be alright. Y'all just don't know, my guy. Like, look. It's like fuel, man. I can't play on an empty stomach, man. I just don't be into it like that. It's like some people gotta smoke. You know, when they play, they be playing people. They get to halftime, they need a smoke break. You know, like Madden be draining you, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, luckily I don't smoke, but shit, I gotta eat. You know, I don't got a car, but shit, I gotta fill my tank up. You know, I be riding a bike where I go, man. I go to work. I'm struggling over here, but we trying to put some resources out there for the Madden community, man. If anybody wants the tips, you know, they're more than welcome to tune in. Been helping a lot of people, man. People come by and check out, and next thing you know, they send me messages and they appreciate the help. They get better, they get ranked.
Yeah. Let's keep building the community so they don't get back to you, right?
Yeah. My main thing is just trying to figure out how to prevent from getting exploited. Like, I found one, like right now the motions are bad. Like, they will bug out your zones. So I figured out how to prevent that is you'll have to like come out in an alignment and then double that alignment. Like, you can go from coaching menu and have that alignment on, and when they motion, then you just hit that alignment again, and then it'll just prevent your guy from going across the field playing a third from one side of the field to the other. You know, like you don't want that, because then you're just gonna get bombed all kind of which ways. Bombed sideways, tag team, girlfriend gets flipped over sideways, doggy. Like, you don't want that, right?
Yeah. Top ball.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine, bro. You play with him, I play with him, bro. It's gonna be alright. I actually like playing people that play with the same team, because believe it or not, man, over the years I did like see how other people play with the team, and you know, I mean, I take advice, you know, and other people might take advice. Like, most people just want to rage quit or tap out early. I'm like, bro, play it out. You know, I might do something you like. You know, you might want to copy from me. You know, like that's how you get better. You don't get better by not trying to take advice.
Right.
All walks of life, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I literally wrote my first game on. When I got this game, it was my first Madden game in like 3 years.
And sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and themselves.
No, don't even worry about read coverages anymore. I shit you not, I don't even play the read coverages. I play and read the user. I read the user and I read tendencies. I stopped reading AI coverages because you can't be relying on that. Someone might, you know, like Madden 17, for instance, where people used to come out and play the cover 2, and they put that mid-third in there, and that was the meta, you know.
Yeah.
That's when I just really just kind of stopped reading coverages, bro. I was like, because then, you know, people are baiting you to throw. Like, once you get into that top 100 spot, people do crazy shit, you know. like you can't expect what you see on the recent play art to be on the field. If you watch, like people that watch my stream see the shit that I do. Like I don't be nothing in or related to what you see on the play art.
Right.
Like the thing is just keep away, take away. You know, you beat me with something, I adjust to it. You beat me with something else and keep that same adjustment on the field. Now I got to take both of them away. You know, it's either or. You know, at the end of the day, then understanding how every coverage works in the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Carr. This is screen to Abdullah. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr.
Soft squat, baby.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Oh yeah, that was a soft squat that picked you. It went. Not all right. Another thing this year: do not throw corner routes versus man coverage. Do not. Well, I mean, if you have a good receiver and you throw a good touch pass and you have a good user catch, maybe. But other than that, do not throw corner routes versus man coverage. You will get picked. Like I learned that the hard way. It's like, okay, that's not going to work this year.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones able to get him for
The offensive line is shit. You can't even feel good about it, bro. Like, I mean, end of the day, it's like, well, what can you do?
You were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Maybe giving up too many sheds in this game.
He let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw his Carr.
No, it's actually a match quarters beater.
He will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I thought you was in a match. Yeah, it was a match beater.
45 yards. And the Raiders are on the board first.
It wasn't a seam route. It was a vertical.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
Outside receiver went vertical. The outside third took the corner route from the tight end.
And I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
I hate when they do that.
For the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats...
I feel like we downgraded on fullbacks. I would have rather kept Dingold.
will at least be the equal throwing in that situation.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football.
We are protected versus motion heights.
How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
We are protected. It's my user. You throw a bullet past me. And you throw it to my user. And I'm gonna be using this double baseline a little bit more because this is effective.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
You got a pass rusher dropping out in the coverage. I use him as a defensive end, my guy. Do not run 3-4 versus, you know, that 3-4 odd. No, it does, but do not run 3-4 if they have 3 wide receivers. Because then you're going to have your pass rushers playing in drop coverage, and that's not going to be a good fit for you. That's why I spend most of my looks are in nickel.
Working from the gun, it's Carr.
2-17. I love throwing it. I love Devontae because you give it to Devontae enough, people have to adjust to him, and then he just opens everything else up.
Carr will look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will
Cover zero beater, flat route.
on as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
You might want to get on the ground. Like, don't run around with that guy or flip it to someone who can. Like, don't, not with him.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively.
We are protected.
2 interceptions. And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually
My user.
Another interception, the third of this.
I love Merritt.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt.
I haven't seen gun tight so much. I just have like the perfect adjustments for it. I'm sorry, my guy. Dude, like so many people use gun tight in regs, bro. You're not gonna cover Renfrow? Helpful hint when you're playing bunch sets. Play man coverage, press. Okay. If it's bunch gun, now if it's bunch under center, you can play like a cover 3 zone blitz. But bunch gun or anything, you can press. If it's tight, double base align so that you don't get hit with motions. People tend to throw a lot of motions in sets like that.
Carr.
People will kill you with those angle routes too. You gotta be careful. Gotta make user adjustments. Don't run anything, stop. Like play with different things to take zones away. You might want to put a defensive tackle in a hook zone if you think an angle route or something is coming. You know, just be creative. Don't.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown.
When I motioned him, did you pay attention to your outside DB? What happened to him?
And the Raiders have moved out in front by
All right, notice what his zone was.
still in the first quarter.
Watch, all right, I'm gonna do it again. Watch what his zone is when he motions. His zone will not change. He will be out of position. No, he'll run with the receiver, but he's not playing that gap assignment no more. No, if you do that, what happens is now I can get you with a double. Because now he's not playing run fits to the inside. He's all the way outside. Now I can run inside on him. Yeah, that's the motion glitch. And you will see that a lot in regs. What I do is double base align to stop it. You don't want to be in a straight base align, because if you straight base align, your guy's going to be so far out of alignment, people can run inside on him. If you double base align, he just resets the whole formation as if you never motion hiked. But you got to do it fast, or you can do it from the coaching adjustments that like already start off in your first baseline and then just baseline again, like if that makes sense. It just protects you versus the glitches in the game. Like I'll do it real quick.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I usually am over there on that right.
So quick, he was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started.
An interesting and intriguing decision.
He bet a strong side.
DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out.
Let's see bunch.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
Double tap square.
Good for 17 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Carr now on first down.
Oh, that double baseline, bro. That's the perfect adjustment. I know. I'm sorry.
Oh, they took a shot there.
Hey, better unranked than ranked, right?
On this first quarter.
So we just gotta hit the double BA.
Pass brings him up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I make adjustments.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw.
Good hit.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That was not a real confident throw right there. And he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here comes the boom.
Carr now to throw.
Bracket.
Man, it's caught inside
Hey,
the 10.
tight coverage though. I told you, you gotta earn them.
Mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now for the 1st and goal.
This is Carr. And here he'll get it down to the
I love that
7.
soft squat.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown. Amir Abdullah. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads.
That's one way to look at it.
And now it's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. Down the numbers.
Hey.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line.
I had to get them 2 back that I didn't get from earlier.
That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
Amir Abdullah.
Yeah, R2X. But it's a pass rush move, so kind of don't.
Not a good one as he's tackled at the 15.
I mean, you can use it for, what should we call it? For blocking kicks.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback from the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches
Well, the linemen just be jumping everything.
As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys guys on the ground.
Oh my God, knocked down.
If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Low.
Looking deep for Adams.
I got to put that. I got it. Corner route.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now look, it's paid off for him a couple of times.
Carr going off his back foot.
And that's where I want to start what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1
The soft spots over there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
Told you cannot throw corner routes versus man, bro. Like, it not like the older ones, man. Man coverage is very aggressive on them.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it.
Man's a little bit different. You got to beat him with different routes.
Just to be in the average range.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the first.
That's that outside quarter adjustment.
Picks it, and the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
Actually, I think he was in man. The other guy was in quarter.
You mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Carr. Caught out right by Renfrow.
Slot machine.
And they're going to get this to
Ching.
about the 44-yard line.
Ching.
Sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
From the 44.
Slot machine. Ching.
Back to Renfrow again, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Huh?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That was the big return, but when you motioned it, good play.
Looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
Oh, Carr sucks.
And he takes this back into the end zone.
I had it angled right, but user tackling is so bad in this game. Was really since the title update. It just got worse.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6.
Boy, Matt Collins.
Receiver complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
had an under route.
37 seconds to play in this first half.
Get your over-under trifecta.
Here's Carr to throw.
Who got him?
Looking deep for Adams. A leap in. He's got it. He got it.
That route tech, man.
Big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Now we know this offense has the potential.
Watch them take all 27 seconds off the clock. Watch this.
So on the other side of the ball,
I'm like, I have no time. What was it, 16?
no one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't,
Bro, how did he go from 16?
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. With plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now.
Nah, I did, but I was thinking I had 16. I can't see my TV. Well, I can this year. Last year was real bad. But the girl that was staying with me, like, broke it, trying to move it around and stuff. So I can't see the clock. Very good.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
So I'm basically playing on a budget TV.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working off the
No, sir.
Most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches.
You can't be sending blitzes all the time. Sometimes it's just about your coverages.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. The open man here, Renfrow. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game.
Better get off Diablo.
This has to go down as one.
Better start using her in the safety.
But oh, so effective.
You're going to find out that change of direction, man, it matters. It matters a lot. You can't just do everything with linebackers these days.
Now Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow.
What you going to do about Renfrow, though?
Around the 47-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped have a guy who can turn it.
I got to teach you how to play match coverages with the safety.
Run after catch, but it worked really well.
Carr to throw again.
You're going to get cooked. Boom. If you don't.
Renfrow bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the
Don't let me get on fire with Renfrow now. You like NBA jams over here. He's on fire. I hate that. I tried to low ball pass it instead of it just being an incomplete pass. Instead of it being an incomplete pass, they do that. Not a fan of it.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. They'll try and throw for it.
Hey man, quadruple cover. That's how I quadruple covered him. When you motioned it, you made it easier for me. Because as soon as I seen the motion, I went ahead and just manned him up. You gotta be careful with your motions, bro. You gotta be smart with them. Let's stop and go crazy this year. Just if I just had a faster guy. It'd be on like Donkey Kong.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up
That's why you need to be on that safety, my guy.
You have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL.
Are you gonna let Carr take off?
I think that you have to remember what you did.
No, I wouldn't.
Not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid
Negative.
those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
You really gonna? What are you gonna do with that guy?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Carr. Flush to his
We got him.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Carr. And a quick throw here. That's
Fucking Mac.
pick it up. 20.
Here I am relying on Carr to make this tackle.
It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown.
I was trying to break too many tackles.
So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big time fumble. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he will be brought down here inside the 20.
Use it tackling, bro. You know what it is.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Anthony Averett picks it. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Just a mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now after the INT, it's Carr eluding the pressure right. Not to be, it's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
I tried to jump there.
Get this down to about the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Look at this. They get the turnover. They
Users say that. Why I say users them safeties, bro. They got good change of direction.
Raiders are right back in this football game.
And they hit, and they jump, and they tackle, and all that good stuff. You got two of the best user safeties in the game, Merrick and Abrams.
He's as mentally strong as I believe he is. He understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some have thrown.
Try to use their linebacker, bro. He's gonna get turned around and
Receivers, and they've turned into interceptions.
gave me the inside. You gave up your run fit.
Perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks.
Give me a run fit.
7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Yes, sir.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd and 10. Carr looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
That is a streak route.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Because that's a match quarters. That's not a cover 4 drop. And even if, you know, the spot, the streak was coming from, that quarter wasn't going to be responsible for him.
The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to
Do not play match defense versus bunch sets.
all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are
That's
not done yet.
quarters, palms, any cover 3 blitz, any cover 2 blitz, cover 2 sink, cover 2 carry, cover 3 seam. All that is match defense, my friend. They play man to zone.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. And so they run it.
You'll see that a lot. It's not even that. It's like, if you don't play the correct run fit, bro, that you're going to give that up. I don't know, bro. Not Renfrow. Not Renfrow. Yeah, he did that, but oh man, I save him for the offense. I don't use him on special team.
Offense wins the battle for 2. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr.
It's a yellow.
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I told you, I know how to defend people.
Interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
Boom! Boom! Fuck you. Don't put that ball in the air. You better put it on the ground. Them high balls, bro, you gonna get hit stick.
Because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
We good. Oh, you got Parker over there. You sure you want to do that? I know you didn't. Yeah. then take Parker out, put Munford in, bro. I'm telling you.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
I love it too.
It's intercepted yet again, and that could be.
That's how you use Diablo. Let the AI control Diablo with the user adjust, and he'd be in the right spot. He stopped at 3-by-1.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr gonna throw.
Who got him? He's in the zone, bro. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, he should have caught that.
Hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you when you fundamentally try and stop this exhibition. Almost beat readers to watch about.
It has been quarterback and receiver dominated. To throw is Carr. That's complete.
Now you're going to stop him. You got to worry about Waller now. I hope we play like that in real life, man. I hope it just be pick and choose type of gameplay.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Back to throw, Carr. And this is caught.
Waller, he got that short and elite. I'm definitely going to use that.
Progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary.
Short in elite. And he has short out elite. So any short route, he's going to basically be money on. Sometimes I'll put him at wide receiver, bro, and just let him hit those little out routes, quick out routes for 5 yards or in routes. Oh my God, he's so wide fucking open. What was it looking? I didn't think he was gonna goddamn cut across like that. I'm gonna start using that one though. The heat down show right across the back of the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 7.
It's hit. Boom.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
You guys show me something I haven't seen. It's the off meta shit that usually can catch me off guard, but
the Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
why would you possession?
How's the head offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work.
Tick tock, tick
I guess
tock.
it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's good.
Yeah, I got someone out in front of him.
Going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
So I'll be making my zone adjustment to make sure I get guys to the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing his Carr.
I'll take a running back. Boom, covered. I'm so good with my quick adjust. You don't know where I'm sending people. I just know where they need to be.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Any adjustment you can make, I can make an adjustment too. Outside quarter adjustment.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rakisin.
Y'all see how I make adjustments as he makes adjustments? Like I changed it up. You motion him out, I'm like, okay, I'll put an outside quarter on him. He isolated.
Better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon.
And then and I'm keeping that slot. Always make sure your slot corner is great at man coverage, because that's the only thing he needs to be playing the entire game. Nothing else. Your slot corner can play man, then you good. If he can press, even better. If he's got strength, even better.
How about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continue to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against
I don't do none of that, bro. I just pick my defense and then I just start user adjusting, changing zones to match zones so they bracket off. Like I'll use soft squats and outside quarters if he's isolated, or let's say if you have anyone on the inside and he's running a corner route and I can't get a match zone on him, I'll just put a cloud flat over there. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Carr going to look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted.
Carr just has a slow release in this game.
Anthony Averett picks it. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover.
Yeah, no problem, my guy. But I'll show you a couple things that I do, man. Like when you kept coming out in that tight, what I did was I came out in the baseline, you know, just in case you motioned, I baselined again. And then I had my both DBs and outside soft squats. All right, and I would user adjust back them off so that they would defend any corner routes or anything. Now keep in mind the slot was in man coverage already, so when you ran that corner from the slot, he was going to get bracketed with the soft squat and the man. If you would have ran the corner route from the outside, that soft squat would have just took it.
Right.
Okay, if you would have, you know, and that's just a fast version of what you could do playing maple coverage as opposed to sitting there trying to play outside third, curl flat, and hard flat. That soft squat's going to play all three of those.
Yes.
As long as you set it up right. And it's faster to adjust it that way than sitting there trying to quick adjust 5 or 6 different things because someone can quick hike you and someone can be out of coverage. So that's why I like the match zones, because it means I don't have to do as many quick adjusts as opposed to trying to drop 3 drop zones on that side of the field. Now sometimes I will drop 3 drop zones on that side of the field if it's just a straight flood, but other than that, I'm just gonna just roll with the match zone, and then just, you know, I can go back and look at the highlights, show these people what we got. The only thing is, see, like when you motion this guy outside on this play, I switched him to an outside quarter, and like I said, he's going to play anything to the outside. Remember, zones are going to play aggressive. As soon as this ball is thrown by the quarterback, it don't care what his assignment is, he's going to play the ball. So as soon as this quarterback throws the ball, look, he's going straight to where the ball is going. He's not even, like, if you leave him in man coverage, he's only going to play the receiver. Okay, so if you watch the guy on 17, when the ball throws, he's not playing the ball, he's playing 17. Unless he comes across, you know, he might go for a tip ball or something like that, but other than that, he's playing his receiver. Then I think I had a couple over here. Only thing is, it's tough to see, to know which was you and which was me. Well, no, I know that, but trying to go look at the highlights, trying to remember what plays were what.
Yeah, I'm looking at.
All right, so all right, so the Anthony Averett interception, that was you. Okay, so I'm wearing white. The interception by Merrick. Okay. So if you're watching 17, you're running that corner route. Notice, all right, I want you to pay attention to that outside corner rock you send on number 1. Okay, so he's playing a soft squat. Notice how he breaks in on 17 first.
Yeah.
And then as soon as something goes to the flat, that soft squat's going to bail out to the flat. So your running back goes to the flat, he's going to take the flat. That's one thing I like about the soft squat. Now, the next thing that I have is I have a mid-read on the field with Diablo. So if anything comes to the inside, he's first going to take the tight end vertical. That's his first assignment. So if the tight end tries to cross, he's going to take it. He doesn't. So he went to try to bail off on the tight end. And that basically gave me, because I knew my user safety was responsible for the running back, and you took the running back to the soft squat side of the field, so I knew that was covered. So I took the inside with my safety. See, that's why it helps to have match zones, because it protects you from having to run and chase people and run into your own guys. If I would have left that straight man, probably what would have happened, I would have ran directly into that mesh and I would have fell down. You would have had a guy open in the flat, and that beats cover 0. If you see mid blitz, obviously, yeah, you would throw it to the running back quick out the flat, but the soft squat prevents you from doing that, because he's going to break out. He's not necessarily going to play to jump the route. He's going to play out in front of the receiver. Now, if you throw the ball, then yeah, he's going to play the ball real aggressive. And then, like I said, I got a soft squat on this side. See how he plays man up? He gets real tight on Renfrow. So it's basically playing zone. You're playing man, but because you switch to a match zone, it plays so much better. That's just my personal opinion on it,
Yeah.
Try to go look. Yeah, I'm the white team. You left Devontae one-on-one on an island trying to blitz.
How about this play? The first corner all the way down. It's the last 3 games at the very bottom.
The rock you send.
Yeah.
That was the soft squat. That was the soft squat. So like I said, if anything plays to the outside, he's going to defend the outside. See how he kind of looked down? Now, if you pay attention to the quarterback, watch the quarterback release, and watch how the corner, soon as you throw, he's going to the ball. That's why I like those soft squats. Now, if you would have waited, he would have took number 1 to the flat, and I would be completely content with Averett man coverage on that corner out. I would be completely content with it, because you're not always going to get it. Like, even with route tech, you might here or there, but the way I like that soft squat versus that bench concept, it protects me. If you beat me to the outside with that route tech, I got someone over the top on it. And it plays back pretty deep coverage, because see, if you're starting roughly at the 27, that man, he's playing back deeper. He's like 20 yards off. 15, 20 yards off with that soft squat. And he covers a lot of ground with that.
Was this a conversation?
No, it was a cover 0. I had a safety and man on the running back. So if you ran, he was responsible for that run fit. The other safety was in man on the tight end, because you have to man safeties up on tight ends. Because if you don't, tight ends are just going to have a field day. Because you can't put a corner on them. They're too small. Can't put a linebacker on them. They're too slow. They don't have enough change of direction. Safety matches up with tight ends. That's the way I do it, Yeah. Now, if you motion him outside, I'm putting him in the outside quarter. Yep, I put both of them in soft squats. Now that protects me to anything to the flat, anything outside, and anything deep. Now, like I said, I was just putting Diablo in a mid read in case you ran anything there was like a vertical concept crosser, he would have took it. I had man coverage. Now this one, all right, this specific play right here, I put an outside quarter. I'm trying to remember, so mid read. I had like an outside quarter and a soft squat. So it was a soft squat. No, it was a cloud on the left, which I was content with the cloud because you're not going to break past that cloud before the pressure gets to you unless you just have a protection set up. So I just went with a stock cloud there on that side. I know I had a mid read. My user safety, I'm trying to defend something across the middle. I should have took the running back, but I also seen Waller. I was like, well, let me get Waller. And the same thing with the outside quarters. They're very aggressive to anything that goes inside. While soft squats are aggressive outside, those quarters are aggressive inside. So when you have an outside receiver that breaks, notice how I have the inside leverage when you do that dig route. So that's going to protect me there. And then I have that slot. Like I said, that slot corner needs to be manned up. He stays in man coverage. And you see I got the pick on Devontae.
Yeah.
So that's just some of the stuff that I'll do. Like I try not to make it to where I have to put like Mortal Kombat codes in as far as adjustments goes. You know, I might adjust 2 or 3 zones, my guy, and I know those 2 or 3 zones can play brackets at the end of the day. But I play, like I said, I'll play a lot of man looks, just so I already automatically know that slot receiver is manned up. Or if I play like a cover 3 zone blitz, sometimes I'll take the blitzing corner and then just man him up with a slot, or whoever I feel like you might be trying to quick pass. You know, because see, then they'll start thinking you're blitzing when you're not, and they'll be trying to throw it fast.
Right.
And you know, you got their best receiver manned up. Plus, he has to worry about the match zones on the field. He's not necessarily going to be open. Try to see if I got another one on here. Like the thing I did with the pick with Jonathan Abram right here. I still had the 2 soft squats, and I put Abram on the inside. Notice how everything's covered. Like you're not gonna beat a soft squat to the outside. You try to quick pass it, you're gonna, if you throw a bullet pass, it's gonna get jumped.
Yeah.
And if you're throwing against, you know, like if you're right hand quarterback throwing left, you're not gonna have an accurate pass.
Yeah.
That's already going against you. Unless you got an elite quarterback with abilities, your passes to the left side aren't going to be accurate with Carr. Unless it's up. Yeah, anything outside the numbers, you're not even going to make that throw, because it's going to be an overthrow, or you know, he's going to be a slower throw animation coming across his shoulder, which sucks.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Boom. I'm going to show you why your match quarters wasn't working right here. I think I hit you with it twice. I did the bench pivot. Alright, so I'm going to explain match quarters to you. Remember, outside quarter is going to be aggressive in anything inside. Okay? So if something comes to him, he's got to man up to it. So I got the tight end. He's going to have to man up the tight end because the tight end goes outside. So it's going to freeze him off just a little bit, just for me to get past it. You see that? The thing with match versus bunch is they have to make a lot of reads. You know, if you don't align them correctly for who they should be defending, they're going to slide out of position. This is where agility and change of direction kind of comes in handy when you're playing match coverage. Because see, they initially try to match and then realign. See how that number 10 comes in on the whip route? It pulls the safety in and down. So you're looking at that. You see this, the free safety, that's a clear out. He comes in and down. grabs both of the linebackers. Now you have 83 and 17 versus the safety in the corner.
Yeah.
So that's how I beat match quarters. It'll beat cover 3 as well. I think I hit you with it versus cover 3. Because it's a match defense. If you came in anywhere in any type of match, let me find it. I think this is the one where you were in the cover 3. I did the same thing. This time the safety plays the tight end because his safety's on seam flat adjustment. Your third's on the other side for what reason, I don't know. Your outside third has to defend Waller. Yeah, you gotta watch your alignments sometimes because your third's on the wrong side versus that. I just went straight up the seam. But that's pretty much all you really need to know defensively, bro. Like, if they're hitting you with dig routes, just put an outside quarter on them. Okay, it'll play inside. If they're just hitting you to the flat or any corner or outside routes, just have a soft squat over there. If you're in a 2x2 situation and they're doing like slant flats, you could put a soft squat over there to stop the flat. You could put like some type of hook curl by a defensive end to kind of take that quick slant read away. You could probably put the safety on the other side to take the delayed slant read away. And then you could probably put like a soft squat on the other side. You know, it will confuse people because all they see is you in man coverage, and they will constantly keep trying to throw man coverage beaters. They will not adjust. They'll think that whatever YouTube play that they're looking for to beat a specific coverage is going to work, but when you make those adjustments, they don't work. And that's, you know, that's why I see like all these other channels and they're just like, you know, this is how you beat cover 3 for an easy one-play touchdown catch. Like, bro, it's not going to work against someone that makes adjustments. Like, that'll work against the AI, you know, in practice mode, whatever it is you're doing, but when you're playing a serious comp game, you know, you're ripping these people off, selling that shit for $24.99 or $30 or whatever you're making. Like, and you're not teaching them how to adjust to people. You know, you're not showing them adjustments. Like, another thing is when they put their defensive ebooks, all they do is they try to find like a broken mechanic, and then they'll just try to max send 7 or 8. You know, they'll baseline, and you just try to stack the box with as many people as they can, and then, you know, that doesn't teach anybody anything. You know, because the easy way to beat that, like, if someone does that, you could just run swing routes from the running back all day on that shit. Like, it doesn't, you're not helping yourself by, you know, paying these folks $30 to get your ass beat. You know, like, it just is not, I don't understand, you know, like, it's more to it than that. And a lot of people ask me, like, what do I do adjustments? Like, so the only time that I'll baseline is when I'm dealing, like, if I'm dealing with the motion height glitchers, you know, people that constantly motion left to right, I'll baseline, you know, to cancel out of that. And then I'll set my adjustments up. Or, and like I said, you don't need a lot of adjustments, you know, you just make sure you soft squat. You could probably hard flat if they're constantly throwing it to the running back. That would be the only time that I change the soft squat. Like, on the running back side, I'll probably go hard flat or a cloud flat, depending on what I see. And if they're constantly blocking their running back, I'll put the safety aligned on him in like a deep third. That'd be the only time. That's really the safety. Like, if you play the man coverage, that's pretty much my idea. If they're not blocking the running back, you defend the running back. Unless you have the soft squat, that running back goes to the outside, you know that soft squat's going to cover him. All you have to do with that point is just take away whoever that corner was originally manned up on. That's going to be your assignment if he crosses. That's pretty much it. Now, if they block the running back, it's going to make it easier because now you can just put him in a third and leave him be, and you can go man up user the best receiver with the defensive assist and take that away. So you can get a little bit more aggressive. You know? So, I mean, there's different things that you can do just based off of people's play style. Like I said, they motion out and they start hitting dig routes. They're hitting you with deep post routes. Put it inside, put a quarter on it. Outside quarter, I guarantee he's going to be man everywhere he goes. That's the meg assignment that they teach in football. So outside quarter is man everywhere he goes. As long as anything ain't crossing underneath or going underneath him, he's going to have that guy. And I can't tell you how many picks I've got with just those two adjustments, the soft squats and the outside quarters. I try not to use inside quarters much because, like I said, they're very aggressive to anything inside. So like usually the safeties will be matched up with the tight end. You run the tight end on the drag route, you're going to leave your corner one-on-one on the island out there, and it's not necessarily what you want to do. You want to have some safety help unless you just got an elite corner. So sometimes even if I play like any type of cover 4, I might put those guys in deep halves just so I know that they're going to play deep, or I might put them in the inside third and hook curl the other one, you know. So I got that side because there's no symmetric offense, you know. Like how many offenses you know that's going to be completely aligned every single play? You know, you can't run symmetric defenses versus unsymmetric offenses. Right. You know, so you got to be creative. So like if you're playing a quarters, you can take the trip side or whichever side receiver has the most receivers. Instead of leaving them in that quarter, you can put them in an inside third or deep half. Either one of those would be fine.
He just takes himself out the play.
No, not necessarily. If they're playing all verticals, you're fine. You know, if they're in tray wide flex and they're running, you know, PA crossers or any type of verticals, you're fine. You can run it. He'll match up in bracket. But when they start doing all kinds of crazy adjustments, you know, and they start running drags and corner routes and stuff like that, that inside quarter is going to be a little vulnerable. So like I said, at that point you have three or four things you can do. You can put him in a inside third, you know, that way he can play his original, you know, assignment without having to need someone running over there. Or you can put him in a hook curl, like if they're running anything, backside crossers or anything, trying to throw it. Or you can, you know, man him up if you choose to do so, like whichever route you think is going to kill you. You can man him up or put him in a deep half. As far as anything else on the other side, like I said, you could probably keep one safety in that quarter on the backside, and then just leave the heavy side. You put them in like a deep half or a third. And what's going to happen on the backside is if they cross, that quarter is going to be responsible for number 3. Number 3 crosses, he's going to take number 3 like he's a hook curl, and he's going to walk him all the way to wherever he's going.
Yeah.
So I can go in practice mode and kind of explain what I'm saying here. Give people a good idea. And like I said, it's nothing like that you have to do. It's just situational. Everything that I do defensively or offensively is usually going to be situational. Things that you can do versus what people will do, as opposed to anyone else that might sell y'all an ebook. They'll be like, do this, do this, do this. These are your adjustments. And then what you find yourself doing is spamming and not paying attention or learning the game. You're just going to be doing the same adjustments that play in and play out, and then eventually you're going to play someone that's going to just keep cooking you, and you're going to be like, you know, what's going on, you know? So always adjust to your opponent. Like, don't listen to people that tell you what you could do. Listen to people that tell you what you can do, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not hard if you're willing to understand, you know? Like I have so many people that play these baseline defenses. Like, why are you baseline? Like, why? Number one for baseline, it'll play drop zones real good. I will not decredit it in that aspect. But in the aspect of everything else, you give up run fits, anything to the inside, if they come out in tight formations or anything like that, and they just hit you up the seams, spacing concepts, that you're just going to get eaten alive. So that's one reason that you won't see me spam baseline. I'll only use it to kind of get out of bug glitches and shit where they try to motion hike. But we kind of teach this match, this quarters adjustment with the safeties real quick, and I'll use it against like gun bunch verticals or any situation where a number 3 would cross, right? All right, so one thing that I would do, like I might play soft squat, backside quarter, I might play a deep half, and I might play a cloud, and then I might just swap the man assignment, and then I might put a mid read on the backside, you know, something like that. Now just kind of, I'm going to take my user off the quarter just so that you can kind of see how the zones will play. Sometimes he'll take number 3 up vertical, so let me slow it up. So number 3 is the tight end. So instead of him taking a crosser, he's looking for the tight end. As soon as that tight end goes vertical, see how he came over to the tight end? So what I could have did, you could run it like outside quarter. You could run it like that. And then we get the brackets off on both of the seams. I'm going to slow it down for you. So what he does is basically he cross mans because nothing else is coming to this side of the field. So he's looking for somebody. See how it's just one route? And this is the soft squat defending that one route. You know, soft squat will play man everywhere he goes as long as there's nothing else interfering with it. Okay. Alright, so the mid read, he's going to wall off and take the under route to basically trap the crossing receiver that's also in man coverage. See how that's done like that? Okay. Now I could opt to man up someone on the running back or put a bluff blitz to defend the running back. And I'll show you here just in a second. The cloud flat, he's basically going to wall off. You know, the clouds will play pretty deep, you know, before, you know, pressure gets to the line. Like, you really have to wait to beat a cloud this year. Yeah. The deep half that we have on the field basically doesn't get manipulated. Now, I could opt to keep him in man coverage so he can play underneath. So let's say I go inside quarter, the bluff blitz for the running back, the mid read for the crosser, the soft squat, and the cloud flat. Let's say if I run it like that, show you what happens. Now look at how everything's bracketed off. He's got nowhere to go. Yep, just 3 or 4 adjustments does that from man coverage. Okay, so let me show you the bluff blitz. Bluff blitz will defend check releases or any time the running back goes out for a pass. The bluff blitz will play it. See how he kind of locks up on him. Mid read will play the crosser. Watch Diablo play the crosser. It gets bracketed. Soft squat, man everywhere he goes on the number 1 receiver. We can opt to leave the safety in man and the slot in man. Quarter helps to bracket off the tight end. Goes across the field to bracket off the tight end. So it's just adjustments like that. Now, let's say they want to run slants and stuff from across the field. Sometimes I'll user it. Let's see if I can find a 3x1 or something. Find one. All right, so for instance, this slot 2 buck, for instance, I would go outside quarter, inside quarter, soft squat. Okay, usually I like to put that trips side receiver in an outside quarter in case he digs or anything, and I trust that, you know, I manned up 83 and 10 with my strong safety and slot. I feel pretty content there. Only thing that I will do now, there is a blitz setup where you don't have to rush 4 up the middle that you can do. And basically you take your D line, crash in, and what that's going to do is going to get your edge rushers out in a wide 9 look. You can pinch down and then put him in a mid read. Okay? And then if you're worried about the running back, like I said, you could just put a bluff blitz to defend that.
Wait, what is this circle receiver looks like?
I probably should have put him in a seam flat versus that. I'm going to look at everything downfield. Outside quarter on the trips outside. Notice we have the inside leverage and we're over the top without shading. Manned on the slot. He does kind of get beat a little bit. Inside quarter is gonna play low. So what we could do here, as a user, we could break, or we could play inside quarter from the safety side. Let me see if that'll just kind of change it up. Inside quarter, outside quarter, soft squat, seam flat, and then wheel up, and we can run it like that. So I know that the running back on a release route, he's covered by the safety on the other side, right? So I don't have to send the bluff blitz to get it to come through. So we'll just run it as is, and then I'll break it down. Everything's brought. Now, he did have a quick route to the outside that I could probably switch up. He did get over the top with his route tech. He did beat the soft squat. But I think at that point, I probably could have put an outside quarter on him because it was a vertical concept. Usually, if I leave him over the top, you know, it'll be a little bit more aggressive. But what happens here is when that running back blocks, that safety comes down to play spy. Like, he's not going to engage with nobody. So if you have him manned up on a running back, that's one thing he will do. He'll man up. If the running back check releases, he'll defend the running back. You know, it's a good technique to have on the field, especially like if they try to throw a quick bullet pass right there to Waller. You see? That safety's sitting right there. If he throws that, it's going to get jumped by that safety. As far as the adjustments downfield, the inside quarter, he plays aggressive to the tight end, but he does have leverage to kind of jump the route going over the top. And the wall defender basically passes off and goes to take him. Alright, so we changed the adjustments up slightly. So this time we'll go outside quarter, inside quarter, mid read, just like that. Kind of look downfield. Now, if you're a user in that safety and you understand that assignment, you can play that as a user and be a little bit more aggressive with the ball. But as far as everything downfield, pressure does get there. So let's try it as a user. Outside quarter. Everything. Get him manned up. I'd probably go inside quarter right there. And like I said, just play the running back down and get in front of that passing lane by the tight end. And the outside quarter with a pick. So that's how you would play that if you run it that way. So let's slow it down. We know our assignment's the running back. We see him blocking. Do not blitz your safety if you see the running back block. If you blitz your safety, you're going to get picked up. You're going to give up something downfield. So just kind of just close off the passing lane. He's not going to be able to throw that. He's not going to be able to throw the post coming across the field. The mid-read goes to pick it up. He does have the running back on the check release that I could opt to go defend. Or I could, probably get some help with like a mid-read or something. But since he's going to the flat, I could probably put like a seam flat. So let's try it again. It'll be a seam flat, mid-read, 2 outside quarters. So we got it like that. We got like a Bluff Blitz or seam flat with seam flat. He blocks. We play some flat played out a little too wide. Probably just have to Bluff Blitz on the war. Hook curl. I could probably vert hook. So outside, outside, inside, mid read. Just like that. Play it, take away. Crosby try to pick it off. Now you could probably put like a more ball aggressive linebacker right there to get that if you wanted to. I don't know. He's got hard flat, seam, curl, blitz, or you can man him up, I guess. Then set up. Get under. Look at that. So let's kind of break down what that did. As far as him being man coverage, he did pick up an assignment. So basically putting that outside linebacker in man and the running back blocking basically just rolled the pass protection. It was very glitchy. It just rolled. You see that? How the pass protection just pinches inside and we basically get on the inside. Look, there's a free shed right there. Look, look. Let's try that again. Man up to the running back. And just pinch in just like that. That was glitchy. And the thing about practice mode is nothing's going to be consistent. It's like you might put a guy in man and he still rushed the quarterback, you know, so I don't know about him getting that completion, but whatever. Might have to bring him down to the box. That's a little bit better. Yeah, look how aggressive that outside quarter is. That's why I say you get those match zones, they will play man coverage. Like, notice how tight he's going to play them. Once he gets to his threshold, he's going to be man everywhere he goes. Thing is, you're not going to be able to trick that corner because he's in a zone. So as soon as that ball gets thrown, he's not even playing the receiver anymore. He's playing the ball. He's able to jump the route. So it's just something, like some stuff that you guys can start doing with those soft squats and stray zones instead of just playing stock defenses and stock man. As you can see right now, he's just going to kill the stock man. Like if I do stock man, he's gonna cook it. You know. So I'm gonna give me something to eat, fellas, man. Like I said, make sure you drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and we will be back later to kind of teach you some more stuff. All right.